At the WVU Coliseum, the starting lineup for the VMI Keydets. Fred Irafemi and Trey Chapman up front. Adrian Rich, Keith Smith starting in place of QJ Peterson. The team's leading scorer, coach's decision. We do expect to see him today. Julian Ellaby also in the starting lineup for Dan Earl and the VMI Keydets. Here is the starting lineup for Bob Huggins, West Virginia Mountaineers. Javon Carter, Daxter Miles Jr. in the backcourt. The versatile and productive forward duo of Nathan Adrian and Issa Ahmad. And at the center position, Elijah Macon. So getting ready as Bob Huggins in his 10th year at his alma mater. 2 wins away from 800, Warren, for his incredible coaching career.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
He's been to the postseason in 30 of his 34 seasons as a head coach. There is Dan Earl in just his 2nd season, the 1997 Penn State grad, played at Penn State. Also at one time was an assistant coach there. And Bob Huggins, 798 victories, as we mentioned, 2 away from 800, 16 25-win seasons. So pretty much half the time, 25 wins. That's pretty incredible.
That is putting some pretty good teams back to back.
Tom Eads, Andrew Walton, Kirby Sitton, the officials today. The VMI Keydets in the red uniforms. West Virginia in their traditional home uniforms. As we take a look at the series history, these 2 teams have played quite a bit. 50 times the last meeting. Back in 2014, a game here on Root Sports. A little different style for the VMI Keydets back then under Duger Balcom, whose philosophy pretty much can be summed up with, let's shoot it before we turn it over.
Before we turn
That's
it
what
over,
he used to say. So they would fire up quick shots, VMI under Dan Earl trying to be a little more measured. By the way, Balcom down at the Citadel, and they're putting up a whole passel of points as we are ready to go. Irafemi and Macon controls to Carter, and VMI will come out in a man-to-man defense. The first turnover of the game.
Yeah. That time, that was a set play for Issa Ahmad inside. Not a real good pass by Nate.
Ellaby the lob over the top. Irafemi misses the short one, so Irafemi gets the first shot of the game and can't convert. Ahmad will try for 3 and hit. Issa Ahmad.
We saw him last ball game right around that free throw area. He's really worked on that shot.
Confidence growing seemingly daily. He'll be able to spin out of the double team. Gets to Trey Chapman. Chapman's 3 off the mark. Not a big team, so pretty much everybody out there will shoot from 3. Chapman is the center, but he's only 6'6", and he can step out and hit a 3-pointer.
Well, Chapman had a really good look just now, just couldn't knock it down.
Adrian down to Macon, wide open. Oh, beautiful block by Irafemi. And they're going to whistle him with a foul. Well, Irafemi really closed quickly to get this block.
I don't think Macon saw him at all, no. Yeah, good timing and a good block. No contact with the body, so no foul.
Carter right down the middle. Javon Carter.
No help defense at all. Very easy layup for Carter.
And Chapman in a little trouble. Crowd thought he might have traveled. It's the freshman Keith Smith. Ellenby, who hit 5 threes last game out against Gardner-Webb, draws no iron on that shot. And the familiar air ball refrain, chanted by the WVU student section. Tough step back shot by Daxter Miles Jr.
Miles probably had a better look before he took that fall away. West Virginia moving the ball well. VMI's had some good looks. They just aren't relaxing on their shot. Well, they knocked that one down.
Irafemi with the first basket of the game for the Keydets.
see somewhat of a sloughing man-to-man by VMI, trying to pack up that middle.
Two-man game, but couldn't get it to either Macon or Ahmad, and now Adrian will try the three. That's off the mark. Good boxing out. And Ellaby with the rebound. Ellaby again had those 5 3-pointers against Gardner-Webb, so he's again a guy that can get it going from outside. And there's Smith. Rebound to Ahmad.
And then again, just a quick shot, not quite relaxing on their jump shots. As I said, VMI is getting some good looks.
Macon to a cutting Adrian. Oh, boy, he knew right where he was going to go before he even caught that ball. And boy, Ahmad would have brought down the house if he'd been able to jam that one home, as we take a look at Warren's keys to the game beginning with West Virginia.
They need to own the paint. A much smaller VMI squad. West Virginia should be able to dominate. They're 1-6 right now. Make it no hope early. You know, take the wheel out.
How about the Keydets?
They have a no-quit attitude. You know they're going to give you their whole ball game, and they need to box out. They've been getting beat really bad on the boards.
Will Miller is checked into the game for substitution for the Keydets. Here's Adrian Rich, and his three rattles out. Brandon Watkins in for West Virginia with a rebound. Baxter Miles for three.
Good ball movement, good recognition by Javon Carter. Miles really that time had plenty of time to set up and hit his three.
They're going to call Miles with a hold on the inbound as Tariq Phillip and Tavon Myers get set to check in. And they'll be in for Carter and Miles.
Real easy. I'm standing in the same area that Tom Eads, the official, and it was a very obvious reach around and hold by Miles.
Big trouble. Somehow they do get it in. Skip it up to Smith, 2-on-1. Goes to Miller. Miller pump fake, has it blocked by Watkins, controlled by Adrian.
Good job by Watkins. It was 3-on-1, able to make it a difficult shot, got a piece of it.
Meyer with a pull-up. Rebound to Watkins, soaring in. And he can't finish, but will get a pair of free throws. So West Virginia out to an early start against the VMI Keydets. They lead by the score of 8-2 with 15:43 remaining in the first half. Pardon, goal and an assist from Sidney Crosby as the Pens continuing to roll. They have now won 4 consecutive games. Watkins at the free throw line, misses the first. He has struggled from the free throw line this season.
Yes, he has. That looked good. I don't think it's a mechanics thing. It's either short or long. It's not off to the side. So the biggest thing with him right now is confidence.
And hits the second. And it's a 7-point West Virginia lead. Nice job off the inbound play. That old pass to the guy out of bounds play sometimes can disconcert a defense a little bit.
Yeah, it can.
Perfectly legal. Still have not seen QJ Peterson. And they'll call Myers for the foul. Well, if they're going to call it this tightly, we've seen a couple of close calls. That would certainly, you would think, work to the favor of VMI, maybe get them a little room out there.
Sure. And if you're on the bench, if you're West Virginia and your guard play or either the big guys, you see that, you know when you come in, I can't do that, they're calling.
It's a turnover.
Boy, against West Virginia, that's the type of turnover you just can't have. When you struggle to get the ball down in the offensive end, and then you have a careless one where the guy has a foot on the line.
Miles, by the way, mentioned fouls, has been whistled for 2. A couple of West Virginia natives checking in. Garrett Gilkison from Parkersburg, and our first look at QJ Peterson did not start, coach's decision, from Hedgesville, West Virginia. Carter kept it alive, winds up in the hands of Myers. Oh, Phillip, great second look down to Watkins.
Excellent read by Tariq Phillip.
They really had VMI scrambling around defensively. This is TJ Peterson, averaging 22 points per game, and they're going to get Adrian for the kick ball.
Credit Tavon Myers, too. He came up with that loose ball. Tariq Phillips, Watkins stepping in. Good play by 3 players there.
Well, VMI thought they had the ball, so they were caught scrambling defensively, weren't they? Here's Gilkison, and he'll take it to the basket. Oh, Watkins has other ideas.
I didn't even see Watkins in the play.
Well, neither did Gilkison, I don't think.
It's good when you have those rim protectors, guys, that you can take a chance if you're out front knowing that somebody's going to be back there.
Here's Gilkison. Now Peterson will try the 3 off the mark. Batted around. They're going to say whistle, but that should be a basket. Okay, so the buzzer went off, but it clearly hit the rim, and Miller credited with the hoop for VMI, their second basket of the game.
That buzzer going off, I think everybody kind of froze for a second.
Phillips with the drive and Watkins. Wow, Brandon Watkins has come out on fire in this game.
I have no idea what got into him, but it certainly does look good.
Lob and tough catch and finish inside by Trey Chapman. That was challenged by Watkins as well. Back the other way. Oh, Smith lost the handle.
Wow.
Now, if it sounded like Warren Baker was a little tough on Brandon Watkins, Uncle Warren, we should point that out, right?
No.
So for those wondering, that is your nephew. So I guess you're allowed to be a little tough on him. Okay.
No.
Tough love.
You know it's there. You just want to see it more.
Well, we've seen it in the early goings. He's been very impressive early on.
West Virginia right now, though, some very sloppy passing. Fortunately, that wasn't a layup for VMI at the other end.
Vito Bolden is checked into the game. The Mountaineers, as has Elijah Macon. Macon doubled. Ahmad to Bolden. He'll try for 3, and he will get the roll.
It's rare to see Beetle Bolden shot even hit the rim.
Very smooth stroke. Here's Peterson to give to Chapman. And Macon challenge that, as did Ahmad, who has the rebound. 3-on-2 for the Mountaineers. Myers draws some contact. They're going to call the blocking foul on Gilkison.
I really like Beetle Bolden just now on that fast break. He was under control. His head was up the whole time. Made a decision to pass it over to Myers.
A lot of times you'll see a guy get too deep in, won't you?
Yes.
Rule of thumb is to the free throw line, make your decision by then.
Give the guy a chance, the receiver a chance to make an adjustment if necessary. Coaches used to say, your last dribble should have been the pass.
Myers misses the first free throw.
Number 0, Austin Vereen.
Austin Vereen into the game for Will Miller for VMI. Myers hits the second.
Really, VMI has done a pretty good job of handling the press. They've had some careless turnovers otherwise, but, well, right on cue, they toss it away. You know, eventually, after a while, after you go against that press early on, you're not tired. But as the game wears on, you get a little fatigued, and those passes get sloppy.
Well, we've talked about the sort of cycle we see with these mid-major teams coming in here. First, you're shocked by the speed and tenacity of this press. You've worked on it in practice, but you haven't worked on it against these players.
Right.
And then you maybe adjust for a little while, then you're exhausted by the second half.
And West Virginia continues to send wave after wave in.
Well, we talked about that depth and the bench scoring. Third most productive bench in the country, so they can continue to attack. There's Myers with a pull-up. Too strong, rebound, Elijah Macon. And that was challenged on the way up by Chapman. Here's Bolden, he'll try another 3. And there it is, Beetle Bolden strokes home his second 3-pointer.
Beetle actually backed up to shoot the 3. He had about a 15-footer. Say, what the heck, let me get that extra point.
And a 10-second call. called against VMI. 12:07 remaining.
Wow.
As we take a look at the three from Bolden.
Yep, backed up. Well, we've seen him shoot. We know, Rob, we've seen him numerous times just on the court, really, really knocking shots down.
First 5 minutes of this game, 0 turnovers for VMI, but the pressure's starting to pick up. 3 turnovers now in the last 3.5 minutes. So the press beginning to tell, as it usually does.
Coach Earl might be questioning the 10-second.
Well, we looked up and saw 21 seconds on the clock.
Yes.
You might have seen the same. Ahmad. A nice job of coming out to challenge that by Austin Vereen. Peterson being guarded by Ahmad. Peterson wants to take him off the dribble. Carter instead with a steal. They're going to call the block as Carter's feet were entangled. So going to be a foul on VMI with the Mountaineers up 20-6.
Mountaineers off to a 14-point lead, 8 minutes into the game. I'm Robbie and Smikowski. Well, Javon Carter just had that steal right before we went to break, and this has been a theme for him this season. He leads the Big 12 in steals. He had 27 coming into the game this afternoon, and I asked him about that. He said, hey, we got more guys that are used to the press because we have 8 returning guys from last season. They're used to the way we play defense here. They're in the right spots at the right time. And I asked him, Robin Warren, if he pays attention to the numbers, if he knew he was leading the Big 12. He said, nope, I just work, and I let the game repay me.
Yeah, Robbie, we mentioned the 6 steals he had against Western Carolina, and Bob Huggins has had some strong praise for Javon Carter as a defender, hasn't he, Warren?
Yes, he has. He's made the comment that may be the best defender he's ever had.
And that is saying
wow.
something. You go back to those Cincinnati days.
Oh, my goodness.
He's making, and he's going to be called with the travel. And Elijah Macon will head straight to the bench.
Brandon Watkins checks in for the
Brandon Watkins back in. Lamont West in for the Mountaineers as well for the first time in the game. Nice job skipping over the top. Oh, Brandon Watkins, another block on the drive by Chapman.
He is just gobbling up everything inside.
There's Lamont West, and that was fairly easy. Nice dump down, and that ends a 9-0 run as Chapman able to convert there. West down to Ahmad. Ahmad, nice reverse, missed, got his own, and then lost it. Green has it for VMI.
Point blank right there. Again, West Virginia getting what they want in the paint, though.
And Peterson hits his first basket of the game.
Three-pointer by Peterson.
Guy that should finish in the top 5 in career scoring for the Keydets by the time he's finished. Now, you going to say, Warren?
He didn't forget how to shoot because he didn't start today.
Nope. Averaging 22 points per game. Number 10 in the shot clock. West down to Ahmad. 3 in the shot clock. Issa, another close shot that's been a little more contested.
Yeah, well, he was at a really, really bad angle just now to try to get that shot up.
And that's flat from Ellaby. Rebound to VMI.
Yeah,
Ellaby's got it back.
Coming up with a loose ball.
Nice extra pass, but Chapman has his shot, or Rich has his shot challenged by Watkins. That's enough to throw it off. Some substitutions for West Virginia.
One of the things Bob Huggins has talked about all along, when you press the way that they do, sometimes you have to really communicate on the back end or teams will get a good open looks. VMI's had some good open looks. You got to really talk to make sure that everybody's covered. It's kind of hard to do when you're having that helter-skelter type of defense.
Because of that, Warren, sometimes a team that pressures a lot like West Virginia won't have a great half-court defense, but some of that's in transition, some of that's while you haven't had a chance to recover defensively yet and pick up guys and that sort of thing. So, you know, you give up a little maybe field goal percentage for the turnovers you're getting on the front end of that press.
Well, and we've seen Watkins, Sags, and Elijah make it tough on people inside when they do break it.
Right, so if you can have that factor, that really helps that pressure, doesn't it?
Yes, take a chance.
Watkins dumps down to Adrian. Adrian, boy, another short shot. Now you remember, Bob Huggins thought that was a foul, but remember the game against Temple, they talked the loss, their lone loss of the season, talked about missing 17 point-blank shots. They've missed, I think, 3 now here early.
Yeah, we saw Ahmad miss one just a second ago, and Nate having a tough time just now.
He's missed a couple from in close. Peterson to Miller, out of bounds. It's slapped out by Phillip. Officials are going to confer to maybe see if Phillip says he didn't touch it. Ahmad in, but no reversal on the call as Myers heads to the bench.
Oh, I think West Virginia has an argument on that.
Yep, here's Peterson. Ooh, tough three-pointer for QJ Peterson.
Did West Virginia forget about him because he didn't start?
Well, Ahmad came out at him, and now VMI putting a little run here together. They've closed through with an 8. Phillip down to Adrian. Oh, what a block by Irafemi coming over. We've seen Watkins with some weak side help there. Irafemi does it for the Keydets.
You know, we're talking about Peterson coming in, shooting the way he has. Sometimes when a coach sends a message to a player, they come in really focused.
Here's Gilkison. He'll try from 3. Shot off the mark. Collision underneath, and the foul is going to be called on Miller. No, they're going to actually call it on Nathan Adrian, so it's going to be VMI basketball. QJ Peterson helping the Keydets to get an 8-0 run and close to with an 8 here in the first half. At the WVU Coliseum during the break, Bob Huggins was issued a technical foul. He was upset on a non-call. He thought there should have been a foul called. Looked like it began with an Adrian shot on the offensive end, and then Nathan Adrian called as he was tangled up on the defensive end. You can see Billy Hahn in the background was upset as well, and QJ Peterson will shoot the 2 technical fouls. 69% free throw shooter. He's hit a couple of threes in this 8-0 VMI run that has cut the West Virginia lead to 8. And Peterson misses the first. But hits the second. From Hedgesville, West Virginia. Eastern Panhandle, is that right, Warren?
Coach Kelly Church, yes. Are some other West Virginia flavors. We'll talk about those as we go along.
Oh, Miller, nice feed to Irafemi.
Excellent execution on VMI.
Irafemi hits the basket that closes it to within 5. An 11-0 Keydets run. And on the shot clock. Down to Watkins. Watkins reverse, no good. Kept alive by Adrian, batted out to Watkins. Fresh 30. Nice give and go, and then extra pass to Adrian.
They should give 2 assists on a play like that. Nice pass by Watkins, and then Carter, Adrian defense.
Watkins got a hand on that. Miller kept it alive to Peterson. Smith the kick, batted, so no travel call. And Adrian Rich. That comes Phillip. Adrian, three-pointer. Off the backboard. And they're going to call Miller for the foul underneath.
24, Will Miller called for his second, team foul number 6. Ellaby and Chapman check
Chapman
in
and
for
Ellaby check back in for the Keydets. And Sagaba Kanate, Sags as they call him, will see his first action for West Virginia. Impressive looking freshman. Phillip. And they're going to call Peterson for the foul. You know, watching the game against Gardner-Webb, in which they were able to drive with impunity right down the middle, get a lot of open shots, much better looking half-court defense from VMI.
It certainly is. Against Gardner-Webb, they were outscored 52-18 in the paint. They're doing a much better job. Now, West Virginia's missing point-blank shots, but still.
Well, let's face it, if you're an underdog and a 1-6 team coming in, you're going to need some things like that.
That's exactly right.
Cold shooting day, just an off day in general. Maybe one of your guys or a couple of your guys get hot as Phillip hits 1 of 2. Lead back up to 8. Peterson able to break the timeline. Peterson, three-pointer. This one too strong, rebound to Phillip. Well, they're going to call that foul on Phillip on the drive. As we take a look at some early season upsets around the country, Indiana State over Butler, Texas Arlington over St. Mary's, Florida Atlantic knocking off Ohio State. That's just a couple of days ago. You see the other ones as well. So St. Mary's obviously been unbeaten. So a lot of capable teams out there. Ellaby, long three-pointer, and he's able to knock it down.
And one of the big ones that was not up there, Fort Wayne over Indiana.
How about that?
But again, just now, Ellaby able to hit that shot. West Virginia's transition defense is not good.
That was a long three-pointer. Mentioned Ellaby hit 5 of them against Gardner-Webb. The lead is down to 5. Seven on the shot clock. Miles will try the long 3. Oh, Daxter Miles, and he thought Ellaby fouled him after the shot.
The one thing you have to like about Miles and Carter to a certain extent, those guys can create their own shots when things break down.
Good execution late in the shot clock there for the Mountaineers. Peterson will turn around. Fall away jump shot is good. QJ Peterson.
Basket by Peterson.
When VMI breaks the press, they are getting good looks.
6-point lead for the Mountaineers. Miles will try another 3. Ooh, Daxter Miles is feeling it. And now on the inbound, they're going to get Keith Smith with a foul from VMI as we take a look at the second 3 for Daxter Miles.
The one thing that really helps Daxter Miles too, he elevates, he gets up so high on that jump shot.
Able to get some clearance and knock down another 3-pointer. Kanate out, Macon back in the game for West Virginia. Macon, or I beg your pardon, Miles will try another one, and now another foul on a rebound attempt inside, and Irafemi is going to be called for the personal foul. That's his first. 9th team foul. 1-on-1 for Elijah Macon.
Checking in for the key
Making his 12 of his 18 free throw attempts in the year, 67%. Irafemi out, and Armani Branch in for Dan Earl's VMI Keydets. Macon hits the first.
Good soft touch by Macon.
We've talked repeatedly about the importance of those big guys, whether it's Kanate or Macon or Watkins, to be able to hit their free throws for late game scenarios when you're in a close matchup.
That's exactly right.
Another turnover forced by the Mountaineers. Carter to Adrian, into Phillip.
Nice pass by Adrian inside. You know, you handle this pressure for so long, and then after a while, at some point, you get careless.
Mountaineers have stretched the lead back to 12. Carter to Adrian. Adrian to Phillip.
Boy, QJ Peterson did not get the start today, but I'll tell you what, he's made up for it here really quick. Came in off the bench and has been burning up since he did. Now a couple of those are uncontested. You can't let great shooters have those shots. He's back in his home state of West Virginia and trying to make up for a little lost time.
9 points in 12 minutes for QJ Peterson. Again, coach's decision from Coach Dan Earl to not start his leading scorer, but as Warren said, he's made up for lost time. Able to inbound.
Boy, Ellerby lucky. You leave your feet like that. Fortunately, he had a red shirt he could find to get it.
12-point lead. Kick out to Ellaby. Three-pointer. He's open and he knocks it down. Julian Ellaby. Look at the three-point shooting differential. 31.6 for West Virginia. That's obviously not terrible. It's 6 for 8 for VMI.
And VMI had a lot of good looks early in the game, and they weren't relaxed. They are relaxed now.
I beg your pardon, that was 2-point versus 3-point differential. So West Virginia really in close, being very, very effective, as you would imagine. Big size advantage over the Keydets. Peterson doubled in the corner. In trouble. Able to find Ellaby. That's Armani Branch, rather. 15 on the shot clock is VMI. Chance to try to set up their offense. Five on the shot clock now. Peterson in trouble. Fall away three. Boy, almost banked it home,
yes,
making the rebound. VMI doing a nice job hustling back defensively.
Yeah, West Virginia not getting many transition baskets after the rebound.
Make it. And he hits from 17.
That's a shot we've seen making be able to hit. That loosens up that defense inside.
Here's Ellaby right down the middle. And Elijah Macon commits the personal foul. Here's Robbie Inns-Mikowski with a preview of what's coming up on the halftime show. Robbie.
Well, first and foremost, we're going to hear from Bob Huggins. You probably might not want to miss what he's going to have to say after this VMI run. Plus, we went around and asked the guys, who's the best dressed player on this Mountaineer team? You'd be surprised and interested to hear what they have to say, making fun of one another, and then with the threads that they wear to and from practice each day, Robin Warren, all that more. The halftime report.
I'll be interested to know who's going to be the #1 dresser, Warren.
Ah, boy. I don't see him that often.
Ellaby misses the first free throw. Second on the way. He's a 77% free throw shooter. He missed them both.
I would say if Tavon Myers hears that he's not, he will become.
Okay.
But that'll be an interesting spot. West Virginia up by 11.
Phillip, beautiful hanging shot in the lane. Ahmad.
Yep.
A collision with Irafemi.
No question about that one.
His first, team foul number 9.
Irafemi goes to the free throw line. One-on-one situation. He's hit 3 of his 4 free throws. Beetle Bolden back in for Daxter Miles Jr.
The line for VMI, Chapman.
That's Chapman shooting the free throws, and boy, only one rebounder there. It was Irafemi, and he's able to come away with a rebound. Now Chapman will try the 3, and another long rebound. This comes to Ellaby.
I don't know if they thought it was a bonus or what, but West Virginia's players just stood on the line.
And Bolden with a steal. Once again, VMI closing out defensively, doing a nice job getting back in transition. Down to Adrian. Skips to Watkins. And Ahmad, great ball movement by the Mountaineers. Nothing called there. Ahmad gets it back, and this time something is called. I believe it's going to be on Irafemi. It is. That's his second personal foul.
Team foul number 10.
There's been a lot of contact inside. Boy, it looked a little bit more like a foul there the first time.
Ahmad, a 68% free throw shooter. And neither team knocking down a bunch of free throws here. Watkins and Adrian out, West and Kanate back in to the Mountaineers. Ahmad will shoot a second free throw here with West Virginia up 13. And the lead will remain at 13. So each team missing a pair of free throws. And Ellaby wants the timeout.
Well, VMI
Dan Earl.
down 13, but it seems closer than that. You know, the way that they've played and hung around, I don't know, maybe it's that we're used to seeing such wide margins. But VMI, you know, represented themselves well.
Absolutely they have. They came in with a 1-6 record. Bob Huggins' team steamrolling along, 15th in the country. You mentioned the scoring margin, over 38 points per game in their victories. And that included a 9-point win over Virginia. So they've just been pretty much crushing everybody else that they played. But not tonight, not thus far. The Keydets, as you mentioned, they will give it their all. VMI is the oldest state-sponsored military college in the country. You were born in Lexington, Virginia, home of VMI, were you not?
I was hatched in Lexington, Virginia, that's right.
Able to get it inbounds to Chapman. Oh, nice job by Phillip. Here's Kanate. And Kanate is going to be called for the charge. Really, really good recovery defensively by Chapman.
That, not a really good decision by Sags. Get this ball, give it to the guard, and let the guard give it right back to you. Right there, touch pass over to Tariq Phillip. He would have gotten it back.
The shot clock is turned off. Trouble for Smith, has to heave it. Well, they just do beat the line. Here's Ellaby, kicks in the corner. 3 on the way, and it is no good for Vereen. Well, VMI, a game effort here in the first half. West Virginia's lead is 38-25. As head coach Bob Huggins, some last few comments for the officiating crew here before he heads for the locker room. Before he gets there, he is with our Robbie Inzmakowski.
Yeah, Bob, VMI providing a big challenge in that first half. They went on the 11-0 run. What led to the change of momentum in their favor?
We missed 3 layups. Missed open cutters.
What type of improvement would you like to see from your team in the second half?
Make the layups. And we missed layups, we missed free throws. We just haven't played very well.
Thanks, Bob.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Robbie, thanks very much. Bob Huggins, always going to be a straight shooter. Brandon Watkins making his presence felt early, but VMI hanging around. 38-25, halftime show coming up next here on Root Sports. is a 13-point lead for the 15th ranked West Virginia Mountaineers over the VMI Keydets here at the WVU Coliseum. Second half just about set to get underway, and some nice perimeter shooting from the Keydets in the first half.
Yeah, a lot of those, though, uncontested, Rob. These are college basketball players. They're going to hit those. Again, we've talked about West Virginia struggling to pick up in transition. These guys have knocked some shots down after relaxing.
Brandon Watkins, meanwhile, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks in the first half.
Really, really active around the boards. And again, we've said all along, you can go out and take some chances when you have a rim protector. Has done a nice job. Timing has been good. Really played with a lot of energy.
Take a look at the first half stats. Anything that's really sticking out to you here other than the Mountaineers, 6 of 9 from three-point range.
Yeah, that's pretty good shooting. It's something that's not in the stat sheets. And again, talking more on the defensive end.
19 bench points. So again, we mentioned against Western Carolina, the bench scored half their 90 points. They have half their 38 in this game, and a rebounding edge as well, 22-17, which you would expect, as the Keydets are a team that vastly undersized against the Mountaineers. So second half ready to get underway, and Warren, if you're VMI, I'm sure head coach Dan Earl, you want to see more of the same.
More of the same. If I'm Coach Dan Earl, I'm telling my ball club, Bob Huggins probably was not real pleased at halftime. Really have it strapped up tight when you come out at the beginning of the half. And for West Virginia, Bob Huggins better see what he wants out of the guys that start the game, or I look for him to make some subs.
Well, he substitutes liberally, and there is the guy, Warren, who gave Bob Huggins his first head coaching job.
Yes. Rafael Amedes, he hired Bob Huggins at Walsh.
How about that?
Yes. He started the monster.
And here he is on the verge of seeing career win number 799 for Bob Huggins.
He ought to just stick around for a couple more, hopefully, and see 800.
Well, the Huggins also getting a technical foul in that first half. I don't know if he learned that from Raphael or not, but
coaches get technical fouls for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's to jumpstart your team.
Right.
If you think your team's not playing well, you get a technical foul.
Oh, I got the sense that was a big part of it. And to let his team know that he was into the game and they better be into the game.
That's exactly right.
VMI will inbound. And they do get it into Adrian Rich.
Beetle Bolton starting the second half at the guard.
Rich puts it on the floor and scores.
Basket by Rich.
The VMI comes right out, cuts the lead to 11. VMI staying in the man-to-man defense.
Again, though, it's been a slugging man-to-man, trying to keep things tight inside.
Adrian skips across. Now Bolden open for three, and it is no good. Rebound though to Miles, and he's fouled as he goes back up with it.
That was more of a matchup, man, the last time that VMI was down. And VMI came out and did a trap out of that. So that's something West Virginia really needs to be aware of.
By the way, there are 23 rebounds for West Virginia. 10 have come on the offensive end. So Miles getting one there. Now a chance to be the first player in double figures. And he misses. He hit 3 of his first 5 free throw attempts on the year.
And West Virginia certainly hadn't been automatic at the line here this afternoon.
Missed them both. Boy, Adrian able to poke it out of there, so another opportunity for West Virginia. Your VMI, that's got to hurt. Offensive rebound, and then an alert play by Adrian to poke it out after 2 missed free throws.
You hear us say it all the time about Adrian. So many things that don't show up in the stats.
And a foul going to be whistled on Keith Smith. So a fresh 30.
VMI man-to-man out of the baseline, out of bounds.
Adrian skips across.
Bob Huggins electing to go with the 3-guard offense. Use that quickness that he has somewhat to try to slow down VMI's quickness.
There's Bolden, 3-pointer on the way. It's good. Vito Bolden, third 3-pointer for him. Ellaby, open, 3-pointer, and he answers for VMI.
And again, West Virginia with a little miscommunication. VMI really getting some good looks after they're able to break the press.
By the way, new career high for James Beetle Bolden. And personal fouls. So VMI racking up some early fouls.
Ellaby, really nobody there to contest that shot. Guys just shoot the basketball too well anymore.
Chapman out. Will Miller will enter into the game for VMI, and another personal foul. Wow, VMI racking up some quick personal fouls. Fourth personal foul already in the first 2 minutes and 9 seconds of the second half.
VMI, for the most part this year, they've played 8 to 10 players, so they're still not as deep as West Virginia, but
making turns, faces off the mark. Adrian, and they're going to get another personal foul on Smith.
And a good job by Nate Adrian, pinning the defender down inside with those long arms, able to get that ball back.
Dan Earl wouldn't have minded a personal foul call there, or an over the back, but no call as Myers hits. The lead back up to 13. Ellaby, long 3-pointer, contested, quick shot.
Look at the difference. Javon Carter on him just now. His rhythm wasn't there. You know, when you're shooting outside and nobody's on you, it's like a walk in the park. Put somebody with a hand in your face, makes it 3 times more difficult.
Another foul. This is 6 personal fouls in the first 2 minutes and 52 seconds. None, by the way, whistled on West Virginia. Oh, Myers, beautiful pass to make it.
Excellent pass. Good read by Myers.
Smith looks to attack.
Good job by Macon.
Smith to Miller. Miller the pump fake and a chance for a 3-point play.
Basket by Miller. Almost whistled on West Virginia's.
Well, he did. Macon the first time did a nice job of not fouling. This time, got up in the air after we see that flush.
Phillip and Watkins check in for the Mountaineers.
Yep, leaving your feet right there. Offensive player ducks into you a little bit. Any contact, they're going to call it.
So Brandon Watkins back in as Miller steps to the free throw line. He's only had 1 attempt on the year coming into tonight and missed it. Oh, hits that one. 3-point play, lead at 12.
VMI not going away quietly.
Watkins searching, finds Bolden, another 3-pointer. This one no good, but Watkins, weak side rebound, goes up strong, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Excellent position by Watkins. Got the rebound and then gathered himself, put it on the floor, got a good head fake, chance for the 3-point play.
Well, after that pass, he went right to the weak side. The minute he saw Bolden was going to shoot that, got himself in perfect position. And now has 8 points in the game. First personal foul that will be called on West Virginia in this half. I beg your pardon, second personal foul called. West Virginia already in the 1-on-1 bonus. QJ Peterson into the game. Oh, nice rebound by Irafemi as Rich tried to get right into the body of Brandon Watkins.
He had a lot of contact there. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul there. But yeah.
West called for a foul.
This game could be a while, Rob.
11 fouls called between the two teams in the first 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Peterson hits the floor hard, and foul's going to be called on Watkins. First on Watkins.
It looked like a lot more contact by West than it did Watkins.
I agree.
Peterson, 2 shots.
And neither in foul trouble at this point, so might be inconsequential as Peterson hits the first. And Peterson hits them both. Lead is 13. That's where we were at half. The skip pass was deflected off the hand of Watkins out of bounds, and VMI has passed their first test, hanging in there early in the second half. We'd like to welcome Atlantic Broadband viewers in the Kingwood area of West Virginia. Thanks for watching and rooting on your Mountaineers. All of us at Root Sports and WVU appreciate your support. Kingwood, what, about 45 minutes down the road, Warren?
Yes.
Whoop. Got a young fan who is got a little face painting.
You know, one of the surprises right now, Rob, VMI, only 9 turnovers. You know, I'll tell you what, they've got senior leadership there with Peterson and Ellerby and Chapman. That's part of it. Got guys that, and they are disciplined.
And did a very, very nice job, and Peterson able to break the timeline here. Chapman thought about it, moves in a little closer. This one's short. Peterson challenged by Myers, but gets it back. A wild scramble. And it'll be West who winds up with it in the corner, still scrambling, but now Phillip on the run. Myers, corner, three-pointer, no good. Watkins, another rebound. And Watkins is fouled and will have a chance to go to the free throw line.
Brandon Watkins is doing a good job of getting position, looking at where the shot's being taken and knowing where it's going to come off.
Nice pumping.
Brandon Watkins, 2 shots.
Solid 8 points, 7 rebounds, couple blocks for Brandon Watkins. Missed the first free throw. Well, the release looks good. Nice arc to it, good rotation.
The big thing is it's confidence.
And he hits the second, so that matches a season high for him. He had 9 against Mount St. Mary's in the opener. You know, the cutter, Chapman, Rich trying to get it to him, but turned it over. Lead at 14 for West Virginia.
The majority of the turnovers we've seen with VMI has been on the half court. West Virginia not turning them over full court.
Myers draws the personal foul.
VMI foul call at number 3. Adrian Rich picks up his third personal.
Yeah, a lot of
Personal
contact.
foul on Rich. Yep.
Avon Myers shooting one and the most.
So they're going to say this is a floor foul for Myers. So 1-on-1 for Myers. Rich out and Keith Smith, the freshman from Danville, checking in. Myers hits the first. Smith, by the way, went to Monteverdi Academy. Devin Williams attended there as well.
You see VMI trying the two pass out of bounds. Another player going out of bounds, throwing it across, and then trying to get it in quick before West Virginia has time to adjust.
And they've done that several times.
Yes, they have.
To get it into Miller. Myers anticipating that attempt to QJ Peterson. Dad's name is Quentin, but we are told his name is QJ.
It is QJ.
Chapman. Peterson thought about it, now puts it on the floor, gets it to go, and they're going to call the block. Oh, a terrific move by QJ Peterson.
Yes. Good body control, put it up soft enough and high enough.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yes, it is.
Carter in for Myers. No, in for Phillip. So Bob Huggins points out and says, Tavon stay in, Tariq coming out. Issa Ahmad ready to check in for West Virginia, and he'll be in for Myers.
Checking in for the Mountaineers, Issa Ahmad.
His first appearance here in the second half.
Three-point play for QJ Peterson. Lead back down to 13. Sometimes you see an underdog team come in, Warren, and they stick around at the half, and then the first 4 or 5 minutes of that second half, the favorite begins to pull away, and that has not happened here through the first 5 minutes plus of this second half. West will try from three. Lamont West, silky smooth stroke.
West Virginia has so many weapons.
Garrett Gillickson, I should say, another West Virginia guy's checked in, and that's Smith who hits a three-pointer.
VMI really confident when they get that open shot now.
Keith Smith does not have the demeanor of a freshman. Looked very confident out there, has done a nice job handling the pressure. Now Peterson's going to be called for a personal foul.
Number 22, QJ Peterson called for personal, his third, team foul number 10.
And Smith is a freshman coming in. Only 2 turnovers thus far, 5 assists. That's pretty good against this West Virginia defense.
Yes, it is.
That's a pretty good ratio against anybody, but you certainly take it against West Virginia. Carter hits the first. 85% free throw shooter. Make it and Phillip in for Ahmad and Watkins, so a very quick trip onto the floor for Issa Ahmad.
Hugs disturbed about something with Issa Ahmad. I don't know if it's part of the rotation or what, but as you said, a quick trip on and off the court.
Carter hits them both. Lead at 15. Peterson draws the foul on Carter.
That's the veteran player Peterson going into Carter right there. He's initiating the contact, but the officials are going to call it on the defensive player.
1-on-1 for Peterson.
Peterson at the foul line for VMI. One and the bonus.
misses the front end, and the VMI can't come away with empty trips in a situation like that. He'll try to slip it to Macon. Now on the floor, Miller diving to Peterson. Peterson is tied up beautifully by Carter. Out of bounds, it will be VMI basketball.
Yeah, good play by Carter. Hit all basketball.
Myers into the game as well as Adrian.
Bob Huggins doing a lot of substituting. I think he's looking for a combination right now that will get his ball club on a roll.
Carter hustling back, has it blocked by Gilkison, but really good job by Javon Carter.
Two VMI players there. I think they were saying didn't know which one was really going to go after the ball.
A straight hustle. Into Macon. Myers with a crossover, beautiful pass to Macon. Missed as Irafemi looked like he might have got a little arm there, but no foul called. Out of bounds off VMI will remain West Virginia basketball.
Elijah Macon would like to have that one back. With his size and strength, really should have put that one down.
Watch out.
VMI staying in that man-to-man now.
12 on the shot clock. Miles, three-pointer, rises up and strokes it down.
Miles so relaxed. Knew exactly what he wanted to do when he got it.
And the crowd wanted to travel, but they got the turnover anyways. Gilkison overshoots Peterson.
Bob telling official Tom Eads, how did you miss that walk?
Austin Green checks in for the Keydets.
Well, he has been attempting to coax the officials along, is he not?
He always has a striped shirt on under that under that black vest.
In case you're just joining us, he was issued a technical foul earlier in the game. Boy, this has been a bit of a foul fest here in the second half.
You know, we've talked about QJ Peterson. There's another West Virginia flavor there. Jason Slade, the assistant coach, pride of Beckley, West Virginia on the bench, had a chance to speak with him before. What a delightful young man. Got a text from his college coach, Brian Poor, and he had nothing but great things to say about him.
In Fairmont State, correct?
What's that? No, West Virginia State.
West Virginia State, I beg your pardon.
Yes.
West Virginia State, right.
Yeah, he said he'd be back in the Beckley area to say hello to everybody down there, and that he'd be coming down before too long.
Garrett Gilkison, also from West Virginia, Parkersburg,
Yes.
West Virginia. Myers hits. So West Virginia beginning to pull away a little bit now, up 20. Peterson, tough three. QJ Peterson.
You know, I look at the way they play. It'd be interesting to see Tavon Myers and Peterson in a one-on-one game. They both play a lot alike.
Miles, three-pointer. Oh, he is feeling it.
Yes, he is.
And a whistle going to be called on Javon Carter, but Daxter Miles Jr. able to hit some shots for the Mountaineers. He has 15. A three-pointer helping the Mountaineers to a 20-point lead. At the WVU Coliseum, legendary coach Bob Huggins closing in on career win number 799. Perhaps hasn't been as clean as he would like. But the Mountaineers beginning to pull away. Elijah making a thunderous jam. West Virginia now up 64 to 44 to the light of the crowd here at the Coliseum. Ron Everhart, who spent a couple years as an assistant down at VMI. And Smith hits the first free throw. Had a chance talking about that. He said he loved his time down there. Talked about the first time he saw, the marching, and they were out on the parade field. He said it had just snowed. They had the blue uniforms. Governor was down there. They flew the F-16s overhead. He said it was a sight to behold.
Oh, wow. Little 2-2-1 full court pressure by VMI.
By the way, Ron, one of those guys you could see would like that thing.
Oh,
deeply
yes.
patriotic man. You could see him really enjoying his experience down there.
VMI dropping back to a 2-3 zone after the press.
First time we've seen them go away from the man, and they get the turnover. The 2-2-1 into the 2-3. Smith and Peterson just looked at him and said, my fault, just took his eye off it for a moment.
1 second, that's right. Sometimes, Rob, in a situation like that, the ball's coming to you, you take your head up because you're looking around to see where the trap's going to come from.
Right. So almost like a sort of secondary effect of the pressure.
Yes.
Tariq Phillip and Baxter Miles Jr. and in the backcourt. Watkins. Short, rebound to Adrian. Miles thought about the three. Now has it back on the assist from Adrian.
It's nice to get an assist off your back. You're in on your back and get an assist.
Chapman will go to the free throw line. He's fouled.
Issa Ahmad called for the first move, his second.
Issa Ahmad picks up his second. I think Dan Earl's going to be pretty happy with the way his team has competed here today.
Well, if he's been looking at any of the videos of the previous couple of games, yes, he certainly will.
Ellaby.
Julian Ellaby in for Austin Vereen. Chapman hits the second. Little pressure again by VMI.
Yeah, really not trying to steal the ball, slowing West Virginia down some.
Now trapping in the corner. Now Peterson looked like he really had a beat on that. Didn't it look like just a slight moment of hesitation there maybe cost him?
West Virginia right now, they don't play a lot against a lot of zone. So it takes them a while, get their spacing right. It's not like the motion offense that they run.
Fourth personal foul on Peterson. That would obviously be a big blow to see him get into further, one more, I think some further difficulty. One more, he's out of the game. He's going to take a seat now as Adrian Rich comes in. Miles, a season high 17 points. And now 18, and the lead back up to 20. And a jump ball going to be called as Phillip able to tie up Rich. Possession arrow to West Virginia. It will be Mountaineers basketball.
You've seen all types of attempts against West Virginia's pressure to get the ball up for VMI, throwing the ball across, out of bounds, to the other side. We've seen teams try to go over the top.
Nice pass from Adrian into Watkins. Watkins will head to the free throw line.
A pass in by Adrian. Watkins trying to split two defenders.
You're Femi not happy with the call, and you could see he looked like he maybe had a case there. Already 13 free throw attempts here, and we're just over halfway through the second half, and Watkins hits that one. Hit the last one, and now maybe going to find a little rhythm here.
The biggest thing is he had been struggling, and as I say with all those guys, it's confidence. And you miss 2 or 3 in a row, and then all of a sudden the rim starts shrinking.
And now all of a sudden he's made 3 in a row. The lead at 22, and Dan Earl wants a timeout to try to gather his team together with 9:49 remaining. West Virginia is slowly beginning to pull away, up 69-47. Happy to have some future broadcasters with us. You're looking at our production truck and some West Virginia students who are job shadowing today. That includes Ryan Decker, Warren, who's been sitting right between us. Sophomore. Up there's Olivia with Chewy, our cameraman. Robbie Inzakowski with Reagan, and there's our guy Ryan Decker. Long list of things not to do, Warren.
That's exactly. We told him to do just the opposite of everything we do. He'll go far.
Yeah, good to have him along, and nice job by Adrian to bat that away, then tracked down by Miles. Issa Ahmad, the personal foul called, and Ahmad will step to the free throw line. Nice to see these eager young broadcasters. I just ask him one thing: just don't take my job.
Yep. That's exactly right. Wait another 20, 25 years.
Got a wife, couple kids. Issa misses the first free throw. And you're a Professor Warren Baker. So
Yeah.
good to the young people, I'm sure, for you, right?
Yeah, sure. That's exactly right.
What is it you teach, Warren, for the people at home?
Intro to education, the first education class that new teachers want to take. Yep, VMI getting a little sloppy now, and some of that is that fatigue we talk about. West Virginia continues to come in waves. It takes its toll after a while.
Lead is 23 now for the Mountaineers. We've seen it so many times, right? VMI has really fought, and you look up and it just starts to slowly leak away, and here's a turnover. So Miles tried to skip it over the top to Tariq Phillip.
Tavon Myers checks in for the Mountaineers.
And really, there's no excuse, but West Virginia doesn't see a zone very often. And that Bob Huggins certainly wouldn't use that as an excuse either.
No, and that was a short trip over to the bench from where Miles was. Patience not seeming to be in great supply today, as Bob Huggins really demanding something from his team that he has not witnessed. Ahmad, long two, and he hits it. Lead is at 25 now. Tough shot. Rebound to Watkins. Forcing in a double-double for Brandon Watkins. Adrian to Ahmad. Tough time finishing. Gathers his own and converts. And Dan Earl wants another timeout.
Well, Dan Earl is saying, we've played a pretty good ball game. Let's not let this thing get ugly now. Don't lose your composure and end up losing by 35 or 40 points when you've played a game like that today.
Yeah, much easier to point to the scoreboard and say, look how close we played,
Yes.
than look how close we were, right? And then it slipped away as we go over to Robbie and Smikowski.
Well, guys, assuming that the Mountaineers are going to hang on here, 8.5 minutes left, and they have a pretty comfortable lead. Bob Huggins going to win career game number 799. He would just become, with his next win next week, just the 9th coach ever in the history of the men's Division I basketball to do it. And you would think this is something that would be talked about around the locker room, airplanes, bus rides, any of those situations. In fact, it's just the opposite. Going around, guys said, hey, Huggs hasn't said one word. I asked Tariq Phillip about it. He said, hey, somebody just told me yesterday that he was 2 wins away from 800, and it wasn't even anyone associated with the basketball team. Richard Romeo's a grad assistant. He said, hey, we're aware, but no one's talking about it. We don't realize it being around him every day. We don't realize just how great a basketball coach Bob Huggins has been over his 35 years because we see him every day. But no, guys, he hasn't mentioned one single word about it, and he's 2 wins away from doing it.
Part of what makes him a good coach.
Absolutely. Focused,
He's focused on his team right now.
Yep. Carter, nice lob up to Macon. The lead is 29. And a long lead, it's a turnover, and West Virginia really beginning to pull away. Elijah Macon, the strong finish as the Mountaineers. And the feed from Phillip of 76-47, 7:58 remaining, second half. But now a 4-game winning streak, their second of the season. And Sidney Crosby, as you can see, the offense has been spectacular. Crosby second in the NHL with 18 goals and 11 assists for the Penguins. Goal and an assist in that win over Florida on Thursday night. 18th of the season for Sidney Crosby.
VMI back straight man-to-man now.
Ten on the shot clock. Myers spinning, tried to slide it to Ahmad, but turned it over.
Yeah, really too much traffic.
Yep, double dribble. Freshman from South Boston, Virginia, Will Miller.
Checking in for the
Femi.
Fred Arafemi.
He's back in for VMI. We approach the 7-minute mark. VMI has gone cold over the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, the constant pressure again. The legs start to go a little bit. When the legs start to go a little bit, the shot does.
Phillip has it batted away. Out to Myers. Myers steps in, kicks. Phillip, 3. Off the mark. Tough shot, and Adrian with the rebound. Off the miss by Smith. And Macon is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line, a chance to add to this 12-1 West Virginia run.
Yeah, a little shovel pass by Myers. Macon running the floor. You know, they always tell the bigs, if you run the floor, you will be rewarded.
That's his fifth.
And Arafemi getting serenaded with the left-right chant as he is fouled out of the game.
Well, from VMI, I'm sure he's pretty well loved.
He knows how to march.
Yes.
He knows left and right.
22, Elijah Macon at the free throw line to come out here, shooting 2.
Macon goes to the line. Missed the first. Macon 7 points, 6 rebounds in his 16 minutes. What's the next? We talked about Bob Huggins wanting Macon, Williams, Kanate, now Whistle here, to replicate the production of Devin Williams from a year ago. You know, if the three of them could combine for that,
yes.
Certainly Macon and Watkins have done that and more here today.
Yes.
And I think for 19 points, 14 rebounds.
Well, and the way that Nate Adrian and Issa Ahmad, you know, Jonathan Holton was there last year, and John did a pretty good job of rebounding, but those guys have easily been able to take up the slack with his rebounding last year.
This comes down to Chapman with a jam.
Basket by Chapman.
Really good read out of that double team. Chapman found the open hole and was able to get that easy flush.
On the shot clock. Adrian skips, back to Ahmad, and he's able to change in midair and get to the free throw line.
Foul is called number 2. You're at
Slam king. Yeah.
And the pass made the whole thing. The awareness to look inside. Chapman found the hole. Make yourself available like that. Good passers will get you the basketball.
Ahmad hits the first.
Carter and Watkins.
9 points. 5 players between 7 and 11 points for the Mountaineers. You talked about that balance. I mean, we've seen Miles with the 18 and Ahmad now in double figures as well, but a lot of guys in that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 range. Monty Branch. And Wilkinson has it stolen by Ahmad. Oh! Wanted to bring the house down with that.
Oh, it would have brought the house down too. He has to hustle back now. Numbers for VMI.
There's Branch in the corner. Lefty is off the mark. Good attempt on the rebound by Chapman. Back the other way comes West Virginia. So 3 in double figures, 6 with 7 or more points for West Virginia. Myers, fadeaway, hits. Davon Myers.
Davon Myers.
9 for Myers now. Chapman hobbling, so they'll timeout for him.
Issa Ahmad trying to get on ESPN tonight, I think, with that dunk.
Ooh.
Didn't quite go down the top 10. Yeah, that would have brought the roof off the place.
Choo-Choo and Ichionia checks into the game for VMI. Got the ball now. High arcing 3. Watkins the rebound. Watkins, that's a double-double now. 11 points, 10 rebounds. Under 5 minutes remaining.
A game that was much more highly contested than what the score would say at this point.
Foul is called on number 4. Choo-Choo.
So an Ichionia will be called for the foul.
Everybody's heard that name pronounced now. I don't think I'll attempt it.
Choo-Choo and Ichionia.
Choo-Choo and Ichionia.
And Ichionia.
And Ichionia, okay. I got it out, I'm done.
Springfield, Virginia. West hits the first. And West hits them both. By the way, for Watkins, his second career double-double. Season high 11 points for him. And West for the turnover. Took it himself. Rebound to Branch. Myers the steal, wants to slow things down a little bit. Under 4 minutes remaining as Myers pulls up. Too strong, rebound to Carter.
That doesn't faze Myers at all to put one up. You like a guy with that type of mentality. You
Does
know?
have the confidence. 83-49, West Virginia with the lead. Take a look at our bench production for the Mountaineers, and once again, Warren, we're seeing, Myers has been consistent, but other guys, today it's Watkins and Bolden being able to chip in.
Well, and that's the thing about West Virginia. You can say bench production, you just never know exactly who it's going to be. Watkins had a monster game today.
And they have scored, the bench has 41 of the 83 West Virginia points. So 42 from the starters, 41 from the bench. Mentioned it was 45 and 45 against Western Carolina. And at the top of the broadcast, we told you how their 43.3 points per game off the bench is third best in the country, and they're approaching that now. Ahmad hits the first free throw. There's Brandon Watkins. Logan Rout and others. Maude hits both free throws. Ionia skips through the legs and will be an over and back call. Anyway, Bob Huggins, very good basketball player, an old teammate of yours. I don't think his shot looked just like that, did it?
No, it looks better now.
Oh.
That's a much better shot than
Oh, my. Third time a charm? Yes, sir.
he shot about 30% as a
That's
college.
enough.
Yeah, that looks much better than the shot I remember.
Oh, my.
Yeah, you know I'm going to pay for that.
Excellent student back in his days at West Virginia, as well as an excellent basketball player. Magic Bender, number 25, and Sags Kanate, number 50, have checked in.
No, actually, Bob did have a nice shot in during his college days. Always really squared up nice. I won't say that he elevated very high off the shot. I told him before the game, in order to call it a jump shot, you have to leave the floor.
He started out at Ohio University and wound up transferring to West Virginia, playing with wonderful Warren Baker. And Miles hits them both. Continues to add to his season high, the first 20-point scorer this year for the Mountaineers. Talk about balance. Vereen to three-pointer.
Three-pointer by Vereen.
Austin Vereen, sophomore from Washington, D.C. Under 3 minutes left now. Another turnover. Oh, no, I beg your pardon. Bolden came back up with it. Into the corner, Bender. Tough shot as he slides through traffic, but we'll have a chance to shoot a couple free throws.
You know, you want to talk about the depth of this team. West Virginia winning big. Nate Adrian has 2 points. Now, and that is not a slack. Nate does so, and I've said it 1,000 times, so many other things that doesn't show up. But when he needs to score, he can, and he does all the other little things.
6 rebounds, 3 assists, and you know that he does not care.
No, he does not.
Does not care how many points he scores.
It's the deflections that he gets, the keeping balls alive, those type of things.
James Long and Chase Harler. So we've seen the state of West Virginia well represented. Harler gets out there. In Moundsville, to Wheeling Central High School. James Long from Charleston, West Virginia. Mentioned already that Gilkison is from Parkersburg and QJ Peterson from Hedgesville, West Virginia.
Magic Bender called for the personal, his first, team foul number 10.
James Long, known as that long-range bomber, hit some really good looks against Western Carolina. Couldn't get him to go down.
Yeah, that's
I think that's one of the fan favorites there.
Oh, no question. Every time he touched the ball, they roared.
They want to see it go up.
And Ionia able to hit the free throw. Second too strong rebound to Bender. So West Virginia not always as pretty as Bob Huggins may have liked, but they will improve to 8-1. And it will be career win number 799 for Bob Huggins. We're going to call Kanate with the travel. So a chance on our air next Saturday, that game against UMKC, to celebrate career win number 800. Of course, came from a great coaching family, right? His dad, Charlie, legendary coach.
Yes, exactly, legendary is exactly right.
Canate rubs that one. Bolden has it swatted out of bounds, but I believe they're going to call a personal foul. They are underneath Ionia.
The way Canate blocks shots, he's going to pop a ball one day. The ball's just going to explode because he really gets up, elevates so quick. You know, he's still in that learning process. He's got a lot of things that are just going to come with time and with play.
Well, you can see why they liked him.
Oh.
And, you know, his game's a little, because of the physical element, a little further along than Bender, but you can see why they like Bender, too, right?
Yes,
Step out, a big guy at 6'10", can hit the three. A fairly athletic guy as well, as is Canate. Deflection comes to Vereen. Minute and a half remaining. West Virginia up 35 points in a game that was closer than that for most of it. Jump stop, another block by Canate.
Why would you make the mistake of driving down? And what happens after a while when you're driving there, you don't even look at the rim. You start looking to find out where 50 is.
Canate puts it on the floor, missed, got his own back. Able to follow, and he'll have a chance to get a three-point play. Well, we saw that ability at the first half. He, as you get the block here, drew the charge call, but from midcourt, doing a little of this, putting the ball on the floor.
He was not going to be denied here. You know what happens? You get inside, you miss a couple of shots, you get 2 rebounds, then you make it. You can really pad your stats like that.
It's not the voice of experience telling that, is it?
Huggins accuses me of that all the time.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh. Skipped over the top. Vereen looking as a cutter. Kremer will try it again over Canate. This time he's able to hit.
You're not going to block them all.
Tyler Kremer from Parkinson, North Carolina. We have a 30-second timeout. I think they want to get Logan Rout into the game for Canate. The state of West Virginia represented once again. Cameron, West Virginia this time. About a 12-second differential between game and shot clock. Moved by Harler, but too strong on the shot. Out of bounds off West Virginia. VMI will inbound with 17 seconds left. There's Chase Harler, two-time West Virginia Player of the Year. Green. Three is too strong. Bolden the rebound. And Bolden will dribble out the shot clock and the game clock as West Virginia able to pull away a game effort from VMI, but West Virginia a 90-55 victory.
Well, yeah, it was a very good effort from VMI. West Virginia turned it up a little bit. VMI got a little stale and got tired, and that's why you have the margins you have now.
90-55 is the final. West Virginia 15th ranked team in the country. They improved to 8-1. Bob Huggins gets career win number 799, and he is standing by with Robbie Ince-Mikowski.
Certainly is. Bob, you had a 13-point lead at halftime, ends up being a 35-point victory. You weren't happy after 20 minutes. What was different in the second 20?
I thought we played harder. I thought we did a better job of forcing people where we wanted them to go so that we could make plays. And we finally made some shots.
You look at Brandon Watkins. He put up a double-double this afternoon. How'd you like his play, and how do you evaluate what he was able to do?
Brandon's been good all year. He's really active. I thought he rebounded the ball well. He's starting to score it better.
You have a week between, obviously, today and the next game against UMKC right here at the Coliseum. What do you want your team to work on, and what do you expect to see next Saturday?
Trying to make a free throw.
Wait, all right. So what goes in this? It's just a matter of practicing? Like, how does that happen?
I'm a firm believer you don't want a bad free throw shooter to shoot first. Because once they start missing it, the whole thing seems to snowball.
All right.
We got to get our better free throw shooters to the line early.
$7.99 wins for you. I know you're not paying attention to it. I know you're not talking about it. Your guys have said as much. But what do you anticipate in the week that lies ahead between now and then and getting that win?
There's no choice but think about it because you bring it up every time I talk to you.
Is it the most exciting part of your day when you're asked about it by me?
I wouldn't go that far.
Is it doing the interview the best part?
I wouldn't go that far either.
Okay, Bob, have a great day. Thanks.
You too.
There he is, the one and only Bob Huggins, guys.
Robbie and Bob, thank you very much. West Virginia, by the way, in case you're wondering, 26 of 42 from the free throw line, so that's not the percentage they're going to want, and probably won't cut it in Big 12 games down the line. However, West Virginia does win 90-55, Warren, and number 799 for head coach Bob Huggins.
Yes, across the country, it'll look like a big blowout, but it was a much closer ball game than that.
For Warren Baker, Robbie and Smikowski, our entire Root Sports crew, I'm Rob King. Tennessee State at NC State up next on Root Sports.